Hello there. I just finished the brand new movie Not Okay, directed and written by Quinn Shepard, starring Zoe Deutch, sorry if I got your last name wrong, Dylan O'Brien, and Mia Isaac. I think this movie is fantastic. It is genuinely funny, and it is filled with tons of drama, and it just lands on the themes and commentary of what it's trying to tell. Now, if you haven't heard of this movie, because it is very new, it is the story of a woman named Danny Sanders who is quite unhappy with her life. She doesn't like the fact that she's basically invisible and no one really cares about her. So she ends up lying and saying she went on a trip to Paris, and coincidentally, when she lied about going on that trip, there was multiple terrorist attacks in Paris. So people believe that she is a survivor of these terrorist attacks, and instead of coming clean, she delves deeper into the lie, and she goes about telling how, yeah, she survived, and she ends up becoming a massive social media influencer that gets knocked down from grace when people eventually find out what she did. Now, if you're like, why did you say that? You spoiled the whole movie. No, that is the plot. The movie literally starts off in medias res by showing you that Danny gets what's coming to her, and then you see leading up to that point and afterwards. And I think seeing that firsthand is really incredible, and it really has a solid theme that I believe a lot of people out there need to learn, even if they don't know it. So that theme is that, like, you don't understand how horrible people can be on the internet. I know a lot of people do, but it's just you don't understand how it can affect people. Even people that you deem as bad and you think deserve it, you don't know them personally, and that can really harm someone severely. Like, I know there are stories out there of people that have been harassed on the internet and have hurt themselves or taken their own lives, and this movie really gets that point across because you actually see people say horrible things over the course of the movie throughout multiple different things of social media, and it feels real. It feels like the people that made this movie either grew up in a generation where social media was a mainstay, or they're just someone that's really in the know and they just understand it fundamentally, because I never once had that feeling in a movie where it's like, oh, that's not realistic. They did it because they wanted the plot to happen. It's a movie, so they did this because they needed that to happen. No, everything that happened in this movie felt extremely genuine. I never had that uncanny valley feeling of, ooh, you did that thing because you wanted the story to happen. No, I felt like this story could have been a real life event, and I loved it. All of the characters play off of each other very well, in my opinion, and no one in this movie, except for one character in particular, is a good person. Like, and that character is Mia Isaac's character, Rowan. She is a gem. She is precious. She is a very nice and a wholesome character. Everyone else in the movie, for the most part, has a grime to them. Danny's co-workers, although some of them do what should be considered the right thing, it's like you didn't do it for the right reason, you know? So I really did love how this story unfolded. It just impacted really well. And honestly, I would say really go and check this movie out. Like I said, it's streaming on Hulu now if you want to watch it. But I want to go into spoilers of how this movie ends because I think it is really impactful and really cements the commentary on what they're trying to tell in the movie. And I don't want to just spoil it for you without you seeing the movie. So I'm giving you a warning now. If you don't want me to spoil the ending of this movie, please leave the premises and come back later and hear what I have to say. Okay? So anyone else is still here wants to hear it, so let's go. The ending of this movie, Danny Sanders does not get redeemed. There's literally a title card that says, I don't get a redemption arc, but she doesn't get better. The movie ends without you seeing her like, oh, years down the road, things worked out. People stopped harassing her. She's happy now, blah, blah, blah. No, that didn't happen because realistically, we don't have a resolution for that problem. Because as it stands right now, if you are someone on the internet who gets doxxed and hated and gets all of these horrible things said to you on the internet, it doesn't matter if you delete your account, if you try and hide yourself, people out there will still know you, and it's not going to just go away. So that's where the saying comes from that the internet is forever. So I love the fact that this movie just ends on a somber note that, no, her life sucks now. And it could get better, but we don't know. So we're just leaving it here. And that's the end of the movie. I loved it. I love that so damn much. It's just so good. Because there are tons of people out there. Like, I think a perfect example is the child actor who had played Anakin Skywalker in the prequel trilogy. People harassed him for his role in that, and if I remember correctly, he ended up having a lot of mental health issues afterwards. So it's like, I'm sure there's some more recent, but that's the one that I remember because I like Star Wars. I'm a nerd. Shut up. But there are definitely people that have experienced harassment on that level due to being on social media, and it's driven them insane, or they've hurt themselves, or maybe some who've even taken their own lives. This movie really gets that point across about how regular people can be so vicious hiding behind the internet, where they can just type away and say horrible things, and it really just deteriorates at someone until they shatter. And I just love that the movie just ends with Dani walking off into the shadows as like her life is completely in shambles and she doesn't know if she'll be able to recover from this. It's just, oh god, I love this movie. I didn't think I was gonna love this movie so much. I literally saw the trailer and I was just like, you know what, this movie looks good. It has a very interesting premise. It could be a unique commentary. And then I finished the movie and I'm like, I love this. This is a really, really good movie. It's probably one of the best movies I've seen this year. It doesn't top Everything Everywhere all at once though. That movie is a masterpiece. Sorry. But I really do love this movie. I think it's a fantastic commentary, and I think a lot of people really need to see it so they can brain check themselves whenever they're going to say something terrible on the internet. So that's really about all I had to say on this movie. I highly recommend checking out Not Okay. I know I said that before in the non-spoiler section, but seriously, check out Not Okay. It is a fantastic movie. I really did love it, and I will probably be watching it again in the future. So that is all I had to say for this video. If you liked it, please like, comment, subscribe, share with people, all that good nonsense. And if not, well, I can't blame you. It's not your obligation to do that. So, last but not least, have a fantastic day, and I am the Innocent Villain. Remember, folks, you're innocent until proven villainous, and I'll catch you in the next time.